Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and for this week's discussion board, we were to just talk about one specialized practice from this semester in field that we could see ourselves doing in the future. Currently, I'm interning for the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. I primarily intern with the HUD-VASH program for Kent and Sussex County. However, I was very fortunate. Being an intern with the VA, one of their requirements is that, social work students do shadow at least two other social workers in specialized practice. So I was able to intern, shadow with a social worker from the Veterans Justice Outreach Program. And what that program is it's social workers working inside of the courts for a diversion program. So when veterans get certain criminal charges or pending charges, I should say, then they are offered the diversion program through the court. And what that means, it's more of like a treatment program, and provided that the veteran successfully completes all the mandates and the recommended treatment, then instead of being charged with their crime, it kind of just the charge goes away and the veteran is considered rehabilitated. Like I said, it's certain charges that would qualify for the Veterans Court, and it mostly has to do with like substance use, such as like driving under the influence. There are some certain charges, such as I've seen some veterans come in with like breaking and entering, different. Kind of like assault charges, things like that. However, these charges stemmed from either being under the influence of a substance or untreated mental health. So the goal is always to get the veteran in a program, some kind of treatment program for stabilization, either with the substance use or their mental health. What I enjoyed from this experience, getting to view the specialized practice in the court, I was able to see just how versatile the social work profession is, and just how much it's needed in these kind of settings, like with the courts. Because as we all know, untreated mental health and, active addiction can really have people, conducting themselves in a way that they wouldn't if they were, stable with their mental health or in recovery. So it was really inspiring to see how the social worker that I shadowed, how his, clinical recommendations, judgments, and guidance was really valued in the courthouse, and just being able to witness him, assisting veterans and their families in a life, towards stabilization and just, independence. So it was really a truly unique experience. I never would have thought that this would be something that I'd be interested in, simply because, you work very closely with the judge, with lawyers, probation, task officers. So there's a lot of legalities involved with it. However, the group that they have for Kent County Veterans Court, everyone there, was either in the military themselves or they have family members that were in the military, and they're all very committed to helping these veterans succeed. So with relation to that, if I ever had an opportunity to work in some kind of diversion program in courts, helping people with treatment rather than punishment, like going to jail, I think that I would truly be interested in that, just because it's a different side of, being able to help somebody, like I said, just, gain their independence, become more self-sufficient, and just, move on from something that happened in their life. Um, so any kind of areas of continuing education needed for this kind of specialized practice, I'm not really sure if there's any kind of special education. I do know that to be in this program with the VA, they do require a license to independently practice. So they prefer the LCSW. So to be able to do that in the future, I would have to obtain, the clinical hours and then the LCSW license. But to my knowledge, any kind of specialized practice, I don't know if it's necessarily based off experience or just having that LCSW, but without having that, I wouldn't be able to do specialized practice with the VA. And then what system level I would like to practice in that specialization. So I truly believe this this social worker in the Veterans Justice Outreach Program, he works on all of the levels. He works with the veteran individually, the veteran and their family. Then he works with community partners such as, the VA healthcare system or different healthcare systems in the community, getting veterans and referred to and into treatment, being able to successfully complete their treatment. And then lastly, on a macro level, he does a lot of advocating for this program. A big part of this program is just getting the word out to veterans because a lot of times veterans do not know that this program exists. So they develop different policies and practices, what is best to engage veterans. So now they have people in with different public defender's office, lawyers' offices, even with the police, when somebody is arrested for the crimes that I described earlier. One of the questions they now ask is, are you a veteran? And if so, then they get you connected to the Veteran Justice Outreach Program. And even if you are not eligible for VA benefits, veterans can still participate in this program. And what's unique about it is even on the community side, like for populations who aren't veterans, they have similar approaches, but nothing as well developed as what I've seen with this Veteran Justice Outreach Program. So with relation to, which field, which system level, it's really on all three of them. And then any relevant experience that contributed to this selection, like I said, was just being able to go in the courthouse, collaborating with everybody, like I said, probation, the judge, lawyers, task workers, even, the bailiffs in the court. All of that kind of in-person experience really helps to kind of focus in on what this specialty is, and just, how unique it is, and just inspiring to see that this is something offered to veterans. Thank you.